Hello guys, this video I will introduce you to the first information you need to know if you want to become a web developer or if you just want to understand how a website works. At the beginning we will look at the functionality of the website. How does it work? So to design a website you will use files and folders, and the files would contain many things such as HTML files, CSS files, images, videos, any sort of media you might need in your website. So basically the developer would design those files using a variety of programming languages such as HTML, PHP, CSS, JavaScript, depending on what he wants to do. Those files will be located in a server. And this server we would call hosting. So you will need a hosting, which is a virtual space that contain your website files. And this server would have a unique name, which developers refer to as name server. Okay, so once you finish designing your website and you upload it to your server, what you will do is, or what the visitor would do is, they would type on their device the name of your website, which the name of your website we will refer to as the domain name. So the domain name, it would be something like this. It start with HTTPS www.domainname.com. A domain name could be anything. As long as it's available, you can book it, and I will show you later where you can get it from. So once the visitor type your domain name on their device, of course they will be using browsers such as Chrome, Firefox, Safari, whatever web browser they would use. The domain name, the device will hit the domain name and saying, show me this website. What the domain name will do is connect it to your server. It will know exactly where to go, which server. There's billions of them on the web, but because of the name server, the browser will know exactly which one to hit and which files to fetch. Once he hit the server will start looking for a file called index. So the main file that any website has, it has to be called index. If there is no index file, it will show you a list of the files and folders you have on your website, and you don't want that. So once the server get the order, it will send the index.html or the index.php, index.any extension, but it has to be index. It will send it, well, sorry to say that, not any extension, but there's different type of extensions. Let's say index.html for now. It will send this file to your device. Using the browser, the device will read that file and translate that code to visual elements that you can see. Because when the developer do the website, they will use code such as this, and the browser will translate it like this. So HTML here, I'm saying this mean we will learn the HTML tags later, but for now this means starting a paragraph, and this means ending a paragraph. So inside the paragraphs, the paragraph tags, I said what is HTML, and HTML means hypertext markup language. Now the browser will see this. The browser will see this, and it will translate it to this. That's how you see what the developer wants you to see. Anyway, now after you learn the concept of how the website works. So you will ask yourself a question: where I get this stuff? The files, you will design them. You will learn how to design them. So we won't cover that for now. But the domain name, you can go to a website such as Namecheap. I use that personally. And for example, you want to book a new domain name. Let's say for example, .com. Now, it will check for me if it's available or not. So it says it's available for $10.28 a year. Usually, all of them have almost the same prices. Like you will find $1 between this company and that company. So don't try to book the cheapest. Try to book the one with the best services. Now, Namecheap is a company that been there for a long time. It's very secure. I personally really like them. They have a good customer support and easy to use dashboard for the admin of the domain names. So I prefer to use them. Anyway, it's available, so we go add to your cart. It will offer you free stuff and paid stuff. It's up to you. I mean, if you wanna, we can talk about these stuff later. But for now, we just want the domain name, so don't pick any of that. You can go directly to the checkout. Here as well, it will ask you how many years you want to book it. If you want to book anything else with it, like premium DNS. DNS, by the way, is the same as the name server. But we don't want that for now. Once you choose your features, the things you want to buy with it, and which is not many, we want to book it for 1 year. You would confirm order here. Of course, it will ask you to log in or create a new account. I'm not going to go through this process because it's really just like any other shopping cart you dealt with. So if you bought anything online, you should be familiar with this process. You create an account, you choose a payment method, and once you pay it, the domain is yours. And just a quick tip, when you register a domain, use your real information. Because if you want to claim ownership for that domain, sometimes you need to prove using ID that you own this domain. Luckily, being here for 20 years doing this, I never had to, but you never know. The next thing we would talk about is the hosting. Okay, so the hosting is a virtual it's a virtual space that you use to save your files, and as I said, the files contain either coding files or folders or media files like images, videos, things like that. And let's take a look on the different type of hosting they have. So they have shared hosting. This is a shared hosting. If you say web hosting, it's usually a shared hosting. And there are servers, either virtual private server, which is, the best way to describe it is it's a machine, one machine, that they divided to a number of virtual machines. So one machine, one server would be divided into, let's say, 100 virtual private server. Or dedicated server. Dedicated server, it's an actual machine that only for you, only for your files and folders, which is recommended if you have a huge website that contain a lot of sensitive data, maybe something you don't want anyone on the same server as you. But for now, for the sake of getting you familiar with what hosting is, we're going to use the shared hosting. So as you see here, we have different type of packages, different prices. It's paid monthly. You can pay it annually and get a discount, but This is the price monthly. It gives you the features listed here is, for example, this one you can host only one website on it. This one unlimited websites and so on. This one have 30 gigabytes SSD card, SSD, sorry, like storage type. This is 150. This is one unlimited. I don't trust the unlimited much, because usually if your websites start to get much bigger than you thought, they will eliminate your account. They have it in the term of use. It's I don't know why they say unlimited, because I guess it gives you a sort of peace of mind that you don't have to worry about your the files, how big they are, or how many files you have in your server. But to be realistic, 30 gigabyte for a website, for one website, is plenty. Unless you're gonna like compete with YouTube, that's a different story. But if you want a website just to run your business, or some informative website just to say like, here I am, this is what I do. Even if you want to have something like a blog, a forum, something where people can create content, create like topics, people comment on it, it's not gonna use much space. So 30 gigabyte is plenty. And other things you're gonna learn about in the future, such as the speed, the bandwidth. We will cover that in a different video. Once you pick the package you want to use, same as the domain name, you're gonna create an account, do the checkout. Location. This is a good one, actually. This is a good tip. Try to use the closest location to your audience. So if you have a store, let's say in the United States, try to keep the server or the hosting in the United States. It will be faster, and Google will give you a better ranking in that area because you're hosting your website there. Now, my information about the Google one is a little bit outdated. I don't know if they still consider that or not, but as far as I know, they do. Yeah, once you pick one, just you add it to your cart, you create an account, and again, use your real information because you might need it, and then you pay just like any other shopping cart, and then you are done. Now, in the future, like within a few days maybe, I will create another video showing you how to connect your server to the domain name. So you got the domain name and you got the server. Now you need to connect them to each other. As we said here, that when the customer type your domain name, it will go there, and the domain name will know which server exactly to hit or to fetch file from. Now, to know which server to fetch the files from, you need to use the name server, as we said. So in the future, I will show you where to find the name server and how to connect it with your domain name. And that will be, I guess, that will be enough to your website to be alive. Now, once you connect it, it will show empty. It will show there's nothing. But you need to upload your files to start showing things, which also I will teach you how to create those files and how to upload it to your server. Before I finish this, I'm gonna just show you a few things on how the browsers translate the scripting language or the programming language to visual elements for your users to see. So here, if I want to add another title, if I want to add a title, like H1 for example, my main page, okay. And Android, I want to add a smaller title. Subtitle. And Android, I want to create a paragraph saying, for example, Okay, now we try it out. As you see, the browser, sorry, sorry about that. The browser saw that this is a paragraph. So he didn't, or I would call it he, I guess. Could be she or it. He translated to, okay, don't add any format. This is a plain paragraph. No text formatting needed. But when he saw H1 is heading 1, which is heading they use for titles. When the browser saw this, he thought, okay, this is important, more important than this, and the level of importancy, I think, is 1, which is the highest. So it gave it the biggest test. So it's the most noticeable. The one after that, it's important as well, but it's 2. The important level is 2. So made it a little bit smaller. And this is a paragraph, not so important, just plain text. So it shows it as a plain text. So this would be it for today. And if you have any questions, I always check the comments section. You can leave me any question and I will do my best to answer it. I'm not sure, this is the first video in the series. I'm not sure how often I will be posting videos, but I will try every other day at least. You can come back and check it out and see if you find anything interested. Thank you for watching this, and I hope to see your comments, and I will do my best to answer them. It's very important for me to make it easy for you to learn, and I will do my best to simplify things, but if anything is not clear, feel free to ask. Thank you.